All right, let us proceed further with our goal. Well, look at this easy move. Rook h1 check, king takes, queen h8 check, queen h2 is mate after we take whatever he shoves in front of us. So I'll take this. Hula, goodbye. Thank you. That came to my mind just was almost as soon as I saw it. Okay, well now what do we do? We have rook d4 check. This guy is clearly he's in the hunt. King e3 only move. Rook e4, no. King e3 only move, yes. Rook e4 check. King to d3. That brute force doesn't get anywhere. What about here's a question for you. Well, rook h4, no, you can escape there. I don't like this. Rook d4 I like. King e3. The question. I don't care. Well, we just play rook to h4. Threatens a nasty mate. Super nasty, in fact. I used two of those techniques. I used the what if, I used the brute force technique, rook d4 check, and then rook e4 check, and that just drove him out. And then it was like, well, what if I just threatened checkmate and he really can't defend it? Bishop f5, knight takes free bishop check. Not, bishop d5, rook takes free bishop. So, two techniques got the problem, in a pretty short time, minute and change. That's not bad. Let's proceed, shall we? Now look at this. He's just begging for rook takes c2 check. Rook takes c2 check. What are you going to do? Play king h3, and then what am I going to do is the question. g2 is occupied by his bishop. I can't cover it. I can't mess with that because it's covered. But let's see. Actually we have better. We have queen h4 check. Wow, wait a second. This guy's he'll mate us so he can't use the rook. We can't use the rook to set up checkmate. We have to check with the rook. Ugh. So, check, king g1, queen g3 check. I'm not getting anywhere with this garbage. Oh, well, it's not working. Rook c2 check. King to h1, queen h4 is winning. So king to h3 is the question. Oh, look at this. We have, well, wait a second here. Yes. We have queen h5 check. His problem is we also are going to follow that with queen h2 check. So, king g3, queen h2 check, and then h5. It looks terrible for you. Hey, how did that not work? How did that move not work? Everything else we play is terrible. Queen h6. No. Oh, I guess this is the move, but yeah, he's got that move. I guess we need that for interference. Oh well, I wasn't looking at that one. If he goes king g3, queen h2, king g4, h5. I guess can you check? King to there. Oh no, queen to f4. If this is interference, so that we can play queen f4 check because his rook is on f1. That's why. Yeah, I had seen that bishop was going to interpose, or actually the rook would interpose as well. I don't know why he didn't interpose with the rook. That's what I was. Bishop is not the move that bothers me. It was rook that bothered me. Because rook goes here, queen checks. You know, whatever. Let's see. Yes, okay. Yes, it's rook that goes there to f3. Queen checks. And then king to g4. King to g4 doesn't do anything, right? King to g3. Queen again. That's queen h2. King to g4. We can't play that because the rook is there. But now that that's blocked, rook to g2, I suppose. That's a very clever construction. They got me on that one, fair and square. Okay, no problem. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Those are some pretty good problems. Like the video, subscribe so you get more. Tell your friends, don't tell your enemies, because they'll use my stuff against you. You guys know what to do. I'll talk to you later.